you choose to teach one-on-one? Is that by coincidence or by choice?
I think it's by choice because I agreed so much with the Hatha Yoga method, if there's any such things, traditional way of yoga transmission. I agree with it. So I was like, yeah, I'll give it a try. And it makes so much sense to me because, for example, if I had a group class and then if I mention divinity, people will think about different things, depending on their cultural background or spiritual backgrounds. That might cause some gap, or misunderstandings, or sometimes push people away. But if it was one-on-one, I listen to spiritual background or whatever, and we can tailor words that we use or approach to it so that they can effortlessly digest all the things we share in a session. I knew it would work so much better, so effective.
Yeah, I think the most useful advice I have had about the Zoom teaching thing, which was I found really difficult at first because I was trying to talk to everybody at the same time. So my brain was trying to tune into all these different people, and you can't at the same time. And Mark's advice to me was just talk to one person, have a one-to-one conversation and relationship, and everybody else can just listen and watch, and they'll be happy for that. Don't try and talk to everybody at once. And that's been the approach since then. So even though it's a group, I still feel like the essence of one-to-one communication is there, but it's like a masterclass, like one-to-one with an audience, and then moving to someone else.
Probably I do that in online Sangha. Many people come, but yeah, I always, without any intention, but I try to talk to individual, one-on-one conversation and then move on. But people don't mind it. People enjoy it and learn from, somebody's conversation.
Yeah. There's an energy of intimacy there that everybody benefits from. And tell us about teaching back into Japan and what that has been like. Teaching in two languages, you're kind of like a bridge in some ways now.
Well, Japanese people have funny relationship with the word God or idea of God. We are like a flexitarian, like we eat everything in terms of religion. We celebrate Christmas. We go to Shinto shrine for the New Year's prayer. When somebody dies, we go to Buddhist temple and pray. So we kind of mix and match, and we are okay with it. We have this natural relationship with the a spirit. If we see the mountain, we see the guardian or god of mountain and ocean, and etc. When I talk about spirituality, it's relatively easy. They don't jump.
Whereas the experience in Europe and America has very much been that people are traumatized by authoritarian dualistic religion, and it can make them allergic to any of those words or aggressively atheist, but still with the structures, the philosophical structures of materialism from that dualism. Before it was like God and material, and then got rid of the God part, but they've still got the split.
Yeah, so much separation, division still there, even in Japanese society, but maybe more so in the West, probably. Depends on the person, but yeah.
Yeah, just in general. I mean, I was very struck. That was my whole research project, was how easily Japan embraced William Blake and his mystic poetry compared to England, who said he's crazy, he needs to be in a straitjacket. And it was precisely for speaking of the body as divinity and saying everything that lives is holy. It was a big taboo to locate sacredness in physicality. That's what made them think he was totally crazy. And yet in Japan, he was embraced with open arms. I think something like 3/4 of all writing on Blake that's not in English is in Japanese.
Like if you go to the Shinto shrine and there's a prayer place, and inside there's little round mirror, and we clap our hands and then take a vow. But Japanese people even don't know the meaning of that mirror, but it's actually telling us to look inside. You're praying not to God, but you're praying to yourself. The divinity is inside you. Look inside of you. That's a message of the mirror of Shinto shrines.
So it seems like that understanding of non-dual understanding of the world is lying dormant or just only in the mind or in the ancestry. And so it's not available for people to live in their everyday life, would you say? But it's relatively easy to wake up compared to another country which doesn't have those reference points.
Yeah, it's accessible, but a bit hidden still. I guess I want to be the bridge in terms of that realization. It's there, it's here, inside of you. And people are like, oh, maybe so. They have breaking shells kind of experience, maybe second session or something, that they realize, okay, I am it. I am the divinity. Yeah, it's beautiful.
Connecting with their breath, connecting with you in relationship, feeling what intimacy with self and other can actually feel like.